Yeah, Bubba just likes to come out here and run around and sniff stuff and look. They're all in that back corner area. Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to Ohrmundt Simmentals. All right, it is Monday afternoon. I am just getting home. I don't really have to do a whole heck of a lot, which is actually kind of nice. A little bit of a scratchy throat today. Totally blame Dad because he's had a cold for a little while. But, oh well. But I actually wasn't going to record anything today because all I'm doing is feeding the steers. But one thing that we have been talking about, kicking around, and that we're doing is we're fixing up the barnyard. Last year we did a little bit of stuff, and then with some road base, and now this year we're going to need a little more road base. But in a couple of spots we needed some sand fill. Technically, we could go down to the pit. There's an area of the bank that is accessible for getting sand out of, and for whatever we would need, we'd probably be able to, it'd probably be just fine. But the time, the wear and tear on equipment, it'd be so much, it's be easier just to have somebody deliver it and dump it, get a 17-yard load and call it good. So that's what Dad did today. He didn't tell me about it, so I'll have to give him grief about that. So he wanted one load back here, and looks like that's what he got. This was a little bit of a low spot last year, if you remember me talking about that. Like literally right in here. Because right about where I'm standing, right about where I'm standing here is where the feeder would be. So then the back feed of the cows would be about right here, and then from here in, this was kind of a low spot. So we wanted to bring in some sand just to pick this up, get this level, so we get more of a gradual run down to the corner. And then with the way the weather is, let this stuff settle, get packed in. Hopefully we don't get any big monsoonal type rains. I'm even thinking we have a yard roller, a lawn roller. If we really get bored, I'll bring that sucker out and drive it around with the lawnmower. So that was one load. And then we really needed a load in where the calves are going to go. Here. We ran, I think I might have mentioned, we ran a string from the bottom of the fence, up to even with the corner up there. And right in this area, we needed almost a foot of fill. Dad didn't go right up against, that's totally fine. Because honestly, the water's got to go somewhere. And over the years, what we've done is we've actually dug trenches through there. And there was even a couple of times where we've dug that out. And it's just because there's nowhere for the water to go. I mean, really, the best way to solve the problem would be to dig everything out down like a foot, come in with breaker rock and then gravel and then something packable on top so that the water has a way to drain away. Economically, that's not feasible, so we don't even worry about that option. But this turned out really, really nice. And then we'll put a little bit of a thin layer of road base over the top of it, which will probably happen sometime later in the week. A week from today is going to be preg check day. These guys are doing pretty good in the BDA area. We did give them a nice second crop bale, one of this year's. And there goes a motorcycle going about 90 past the house, and that's no joke either. That is That is a completely honest statement. Got these guys a second crop bale. This manger is going to need a little TLC before we really stick anybody in there. These guys, not really going to bang around on there too much. When we bring the bulls in here, though, after weaning and stuff like that, it's going to need a little TLC before they get in there. So, Pup's got a little... He wants to go out in the field. We'll take him out there for a second. This is a good feeling. Having a nice full hay yard. Like I said, the only thing coming in here now is going to be some corn stalk bales. This little cubby, I think I mentioned the straw would go in there. That's the straw right there. We would have loved to have had twice as many oats bales as that, but it is what it is. They fit perfect. Yeah, Bubba just likes to come out here and run around and sniff stuff and look. And honestly, if it even takes a little bit of energy out of him, sometimes he turns into a jerk later on. And who doesn't like looking for 4-leaf clovers, right? Which I haven't found any in a little while. So, oh well. I will find more. Badger, you want to get going? You want to get going? Go find Mom? Alright, I've rambled on enough. I'm really just waiting for the dog to get bored of being outside and head back in. So, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Hey, how's it going? Tuesday afternoon, and we're going to feed a bale. Don't really think the cows need a bale, but we're going to give them one. Because I do not want them hungry on Thursday night. Because I'll probably feed them again tomorrow night. So they should be good to go. But let's get the spikes swapped out and then get a bale and we'll go find them. So these guys made it real easy for me this time. They didn't even come up here. Which is fine, they're probably in the back corner or just in the other end of this strip down the creek bed. It don't matter. If they're content, they're content. They'll find this stuff probably later tonight. I think what I might try and do is go grab the mineral feeder. What time is it? I can go grab the mineral feeder. I don't want to add anything to it. I think there's still some stuff left in there. They haven't had it for a couple of days, so I'll let them rip through what is in there. But nope, nobody's stampeding up here. Sometimes that's a good sign. Most of the time it's a good sign. We'll go home and grab the four-wheeler and grab the mineral bucket. Alright, we're gonna leave it right here. Pull a little slack. We got plenty of mineral in there. We had gotten some rain the other day, so we got a little bit of crusting, but they'll break right through that. That's not a big deal. Honestly, that's more the trace salt, so it really just turns into a block versus loose, so they'll take care of it. Not a big deal. I'm gonna buzz up the hill here just to see if I can see them. I'm guessing they're probably in the back corner and having a good time. Yep, there they are. They're all in that back corner area, so they're just on the other side. So no harm, no foul. They'll find their way, and sun's setting pretty nice. I think they're all wondering, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? But they'll find their way back. It is a nice night. It's pretty warm out today, so turned out pretty nice though. All right, we're gonna call it the end of the day. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Hey, how's it going? It is Wednesday afternoon. Had to stop down by mom and dad's, help them out with something. Noticed this line over here got popped off, probably from a deer. They still have some hay left over. So right now, that's a greedy beller. They want something new and inviting. Well, they're not gonna get it. All right, easy peasy. Yeah, so they're gonna be fine. So tomorrow will be a little bit of a stretch for them, but not a big deal. And then I'll swing in after work on Friday and get my bale. But tonight should be pretty easy for me. Otherwise, I gotta feed the steers yet, and then we'll show you what got delivered today. Nothing fancy, but I'll still show you. All right, so this is what showed up today. So I showed you Dad spread out his couple loads of road base, well, not road base, but sand. And it looks like it's packed pretty decent. Looks like he's been doing good back and forths on this to kind of pack it down a little bit. So the difference between this stuff doesn't seem to have quite as much clay, where our sand does. Remembering back when it was an active sand pit and people were taking out of it, you'd go down about 4 feet and you'd hit a clay line, and that clay line would be about maybe anywhere from 4 to 10 inches thick, and it was a pretty decent clay line. So when I tell you, like up here in these fields up here, yeah, it's sand, but like 3 to 4 feet down, there's a clay line. That clay line is very consistent across the whole property. So when we would get sand out of there, that stuff did tend to pack pretty decent if you got a nice little mix of that clay in there. So we still wanted to get some fill, and it looks like, I think this stuff packed decent enough. And then this is road base, or what they call road base. So it's this, blue stone or gray stone, and then the sand that's in there, I think it's like a sand and a little bit of clay mixed in, I think is what they do. But that stuff does pack really nice if you get it in a high traffic area. So then out here, Dad will spread this out. Hopefully he'll take one bucket and put it over by the water on the other side, and then a couple of buckets on the side that the bull will be on. One other thing that showed up today was our vaccinations. So all of our fall vaccinations that we'll need, going again with Virus Shield 6 VL5. I was able to get the HB version, which is really nice. So I've got enough to handle the cows, 2 rounds of calves, and then 1 round of the Alpha 7 MB, which handles the Clostridial and black leg, and also pink eye. So I was really happy to be able to get what I needed. All right, that pretty much wraps up the week, because I got game on Thursday and I got a game on Friday, and I have to drive to both. Well, no, ride the bus tomorrow, drive myself on Friday. Yeah, I'll get there, don't worry. But we'll call this the end of the week. Hope you guys liked the video. Got any questions? Please leave them in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe. And as always, thanks for coming along.